Hello, church family. This morning I want to share with you an idea about stress and fear and uncertainty. If you're experiencing any of those things, and the last couple of months maybe you found yourself asking the question, why has God sent this virus? What is the purpose? I want to make this statement. God did not send this virus. The scriptures say that it is the enemy that comes to steal, kill, and destroy. This virus, the lockdown, is not from God. We need to know and understand where to direct our anger and when to run to the Lord for answers. So Jesus believed in a real and literal enemy called Satan. We see in Matthew 4 verse 8 and 9 the story where Jesus was fasting and Satan takes Jesus up on a high mountain, shows him the kingdoms of this world and offers him the kingdoms of this world if Jesus would bow down and worship Satan. That's fascinating. How can this be a temptation to Jesus if somehow the kingdoms of this world was not in the control of Satan? There's other scriptures in John 12 verse 31 and John 14 verse 30 that I could quickly find where Jesus is referring to Satan and he talks about the ruler of this world. Sure. As if Jesus' words isn't enough, Paul writes and he says in 2 Corinthians 4 verse 4, the God of this world has blinded the minds of those who do not believe. Ephesians 6 about the armor of God, Paul writes and he says, put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles or the schemes of the devil. For your fight is not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, and against spiritual forces of evil in high places. You see, there's a real enemy out there. The scriptures say that the devil walks around like a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. He's not a real roaring lion, but he seeks to devour like a real lion. We are not focusing on the enemy. We are focusing on what Jesus did, on the hope he gives us. And he says in John 16 verse 33, here on earth you will have trials and tribulations, but take heart, because I have overcome the world, Jesus says. You see, it's a picture of him like an eagle spreading her wings. The mother eagle takes in the chicks and protects them. The chicks run to the mother for protection, for understanding. And that's what we need to do. We need to run to the Lord for understanding, wisdom, and for fear to be removed from our hearts. There's another scripture that says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run to it and are safe. Let's make sure we run to the Lord with every emotion of fear or uncertainty or anger and give it to him. He will give us the perspective. Have a blessed week.